What is going on, everybody? Brent Abel here, goldballhunting.com. That dude over there, the great Jeff Jacklich. And that sound you hear over here is the stirring of the dog bowls, breakfast in the morning for Bubba and Lovey. Yes.
Gotta get it.
Got to get it. Got to get her done. Anyway, guys, hanging with us again today, another episode of the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast. We're actually going to do part two, kind of a follow-up to what we talked about yesterday about the importance of winning efficiently. So the big question is this: how are tennis players like us who never played in the tour, weren't incredible juniors, or maybe got a late start to the game, how do we consistently compete at our highest skill level without having to grind through endless hours of on-court practice time and still be in the hunt for victory match after match? That is the question, and Gold Ball Hunting gives you the answers by helping you eliminate your skill level range so that you build a strong foundation of confidence. My name is Brent Abel, and along with my biz partner Jeff Jacklich, welcome to Gold Ball Hunting. My man, what is going on over there? Looks like, I'm going to tell the people where you are today because I know where you are. You're not going incognito on this thing. You're in Moraga, California today.
As a matter of fact, I am.
That's right. I know you got some gold ballers lined up today. Got a big day on the court. That's cool.
Yeah, I got three heavy hitters today, and everybody and all of them I think are playing the Wilson. So I know two for sure are, and one I think Leora is playing Wilson.
Okay.
So it's a big day of sharpening the tools.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Going into the shed, let's see what's in there and going.
Yeah.
There's a lot in here, guys, but
a lot in here.
We only need, let's take this one. All right, we'll take another one out. And that's all we need. Listen, that really kind of falls into today's theme of what we talked about yesterday, which is winning efficiently. And it was geared more towards those guys and gals who are playing tournaments, that if you're actually going to compete for a ball, got to get you into the semifinals of a category one, is you got to make sure that when you finally arrive there, because it's not like, it's not like a league match where it's one and done.
No.
This is like, I was asking one of our students yesterday, Randy Bierman, who's here in the desert. He's actually got his first match at the Plaza this morning at 8:30. I was just sort of following up on what we talked about yesterday, is that you might have to play X number of matches in a row, one a day for the next X number of days. And I said, the Plaza is not a huge tournament. It's not a category one. So it's not a round of 64 or 128. And I said, how big's your draw? He says, 32. I said, it's 32. He said, yeah, I mean, I don't have a bye. So I said, well, if you're going to win the tournament, you got to win 5 rounds. And I said, so it really drives home the point that we made yesterday about being efficient.
Yeah.
Which is to win efficiently, right? And that's sort of a theory. Well, win efficiently, get on, get off as quickly as you can without thinking that you got to hit winners to do that.
Right.
That's one way of thinking about it. Well, gee, if I'm going to go out there and take this guy who maybe I should be beating 10 out of 10 times, I'm going to hit 4 winners a game, 24, 48. Now I'm done. Those are bad numbers.
Couple of golden sets. Boom.
Yeah, that's right. So, but what you and I were talking about yesterday, Jeff, is to probe. If you've got a guy you've never played before, is to probe for 3 or 4 games. Find out what is that one part of their game that you could just take a little ball peen hammer and just go boom, 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 boom.
Keep tapping on it.
Just keep tapping on it. So I think that was, and Randy and I actually talked about that yesterday. And I think too often, and what you and I were chatting about kind of before we started the recording, was how, and this has been an epiphany for him, I know, is that he's gone from thinking, well, who am I in terms of what do I have to bring to the party every time I play a match? I have to make sure that I impose me on top of him every time. And I think one of the things that I've discovered that's helped me be become a better player is that, I don't know how to say this. Hey, babe, it's not about me. No, wait, it's not about you. It's about me. No, anyway, it is about you. It is about you. And I'm going to find that thing that you don't want.
Right.
Because when I find that thing you don't want, well, let me back up. If I continue to impose who I am on you, it may be that my thing, my number one deal that I'm great at,
right,
just works its way beautifully into what you love. And you actually do your thing better than I do my thing.
right.
And now it's just an uphill battle, right? I'm just fighting. So why not probe for 3 or 4 games? Find the chink in the armor over there.
Right.
And give up the ego. I mean, look, how many matches have you won? I know I have, where I've tried to impose my will, and next thing you know is it didn't work. I went into won't call it pushing, but semi. Let me see. All right, I'm just going to count off, and we've talked about this one millions of times. Mark Vines. I'm just going to count to 4, and just see where I'm at after 4, because my thing of serve and volley that I love to do ain't working today. It worked yesterday, but it's not working today against this
Yeah.
So
totally.
I gotta find that thing over there, and the only way to find it is to probe, is to try different things, and see what they don't like, and then just pick it apart. Just
yeah.
After it.
And it's not a complicated, it's not John Madden X's and O's and end around Statue of Liberty play, the flea flicker. I mean, it's not as complicated as it might seem when you're in the battle itself. When you're in the battle, it can seem very complex, and it can seem like, I don't know what to look for. I don't know what to poke at. I don't, all that. And it could be as simple. And this one is more true. That's probably the first thing that I kind of go to. And that is, how many balls do I have to hit for this guy to get antsy and start to look for the exit first? For me, that's always kind of the first go-to. It falls in with you counting, so I kind of do the same version of it. But I kind of want to see, like, when this guy decides to make the move first, what is he really going too big? And occasionally he snaps off the crowd pleaser, but then he's handing me 3 to his 1. I'll take those odds all day long, and I'll feed that animal all day long. And the match may take a little bit longer, an extra game or 2 or whatever, or just lengthwise, just point-wise, it may take a few extra points a game. But the reality is that it's actually more efficient than me battling this guy on my terms. When I say my terms, like playing my most favorite way to play might feed one of his strengths. And if that's the case, I'm actually being inefficient in that process.
Right.
It takes more energy to do what I'm doing and whatever, where it's like, you know what, I can actually back off here. I can relax a little bit and just play some good, solid journeyman ball. And this guy is literally going to hand me the match over the course of an hour and a half. And so it is about, again, efficiency and what do I poke at? And then poking at it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a specific stroke of theirs. It could be, if I just work this ball, hit good, solid journeyman, rally balls, and kind of construct the point this way, he gets antsy, and then he hands me points.
Yeah. Well, look, and I think a foundation for all this of being efficient, which is a little story I shared with you, maybe it was yesterday, a couple of days ago, it is to be fit, is to be in really great tennis fitness condition. And if you're going to challenge, right, if you're really going to get through a few rounds, if you're going to Randy Bierman, I got 5 matches, I got to win 5 matches to win the tournament, then you know what? It's being efficient is making sure you're doing the kitchen right, making sure you're doing your off-court training right, and like yesterday. I mean, I went out yesterday in the grass and had this really fun kind of hit around. We started off with, there was 3 of us, and then one guy dropped out, and then and then someone else showed up, and then someone else dropped out. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to out freaking work everybody today.
Right.
I'm just going to do it. And the longer I kept out working everybody, the better I felt.
Yeah.
Even one person said, God dang it, we've been out here for an hour and 15 minutes and you're running faster, working hard. And I said, well, yeah, it's a mindset. Hello.
Yeah.
I
want to
mean,
be here.
the story I told you about was a guy hit with last week who said, well, I don't want to get in perfect shape because then I'll try too hard.
Sorry, I couldn't even let you finish. Started laughing on that one.
Right. So,
wouldn't want the possibility of just being able to outlast this guy for the win. Because right?
I might try too hard, and if I try too hard, then I'm gonna pull something. Okay, all right, that's cool. But so guys, look, I mean, fitness is it's so easy to be in self-denial about fitness. Totally. It's so easy to go, and there's so many different ways of, well, the whole abundance mindset, right? I told you before, I'm carrying around an extra 15, 20 because I live a life of abundance. What does that mean?
Right.
Okay. All right.
Well, if you live a life of abundance, I got to tell you, there's an abundance of personal trainers out there.
That's right. You're probably carrying around an abundance of extra poundage. So, look, I mean, guys, if fitness is, and everyone does this right at the beginning of every year, right? Like the first week of January, maybe the whole month of January is, everyone gets fired up. All right, this year I'm going to get in shape. This year I'm going to drop those 15 or 20 pounds. This year I'm going to do this. This year I'm going to do that. And the intention is great. The first couple of days are, whoa, great. And then by the third or fourth day, it's like, I'm going to live a life of abundance, I think. So, So look, it's really just a lifestyle. It's a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's not a deal of denying yourself stuff. Everyone thinks, well, then I won't be able to do this, won't be able to do that. And you go, well, maybe there's another way to think about it. Maybe it's a way to, would you like to play with these fellas up here? Right? And if you'd like to, I'll tell you, the easiest and fastest way to get from where you are to up here is through the fitness category.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, it's so easy to make changes in the kitchen. It's so easy to do stuff in the gym that are tennis specific. And look, I got a couple of buddies that go in the gym, and all they want to do is look good, right? They want to come out of the gym with, they're kind of puffed up a little bit. There's no sleeve going on, and you know who you are, who I'm talking about. Which is funny. It's cool. But look, it's kind of like that whole mindset of what we're talking about here in terms of winning efficiently. Do you want to be the guy who gets on the ESPN top 10, 11 o'clock highlights, shots of the day, and lose 1-1? Or do you want to be the guy who flies under the radar, who just takes care of business and wins 1-1? I'm going for the latter. Now there are some players out there, Jeff. Look, let's be honest. There are some players out there who don't care that much about winning. They just want to show the fellas, that man, I hit that dinger today. Did you see that thing?
Yeah,
I saw it. But you're buying the beers, right? Because we said whoever lost. The one dinger you hit doesn't overcome the fact that
you don't get extra points for that.
No, it's not a beauty contest out here.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm kind of rambling here. I was hoping you'd kind of take over, but that's. I see. You're trying to be Mr. Efficiency. I don't blame you.
No, I think you're spot on. I mean, that's it. Is what's efficient. Efficient is what all the different categories that we've talked about over the course of this year. It's not about. I mean, there is stroke efficiency, and improving your strokes. Is that a category? Absolutely. Am I always looking like the feel of what I'm doing and what's the most efficient way for me to feel that I can strike the ball consistently and get the ball to go to where I want it to land consistently, so I can do the next thing consistently, right? I mean,
Well,
so
look,
there's
I mean, if
nothing,
we're
there's nothing.
talking about being efficient and finding the thing that they don't want you to give them. Well, look, if you had the shot and if you had the minimalist technique to be able to execute that shot, as you say, over and over again, what's on it, but you say sustainable and repeatable.
Yeah, what's
That's what I was looking
repeatable and
for.
what's sustainable.
Yeah. So that's absolutely, technique is important to work on in terms of probably cutting out stuff that makes it less efficient, so that you can be more repeatable, you can be more sustainable in terms of playing it to that and giving him that thing that
Right.
he doesn't want.
Yeah, it's like you come out on my court, anybody that comes out on my court, and let's just say we're gonna start defining and working on your volley. We're not going to spend one moment, waste one breath of air on the 14 different volleys you must master.
Oh, there's a rock. Oh, here it comes. I'm throwing rocks. Okay.
I'm telling you, because I tell you what, we got to master the first one. And everything else you want to do with your volley is born out of mastering the first concepts of posture, framework, and spacing. And so I dive heavy into that with my students, and when they come out of it, they have such a clear understanding of where to go with it now, that I don't have to teach them how to softly feather the ball into the corner, or that it is available to them based on the first three principles. So this idea that you've got to get, somehow, how do you hit that, Jeff? I really don't have to necessarily answer that question if they've done the first work. It is the all the nuance of the game is born out of the efficiency of the primary fundamentals and basics to start with. And so this idea that you're gonna get a course in how to hit a whatever, a world-class something for and here's the 17 different varieties. Oh my God. Like, I don't know that I have 17 different volleys. I don't know. I don't think I do. I know I bust my hump to hit the one I'm really good at a lot.
There it is. There it is right there. Well, and aren't you trying to work yourself into a position on the court with your feet so that you don't have to improvise, so that you get the chance to hit the thing that you know the best over and over and over again. And so
yeah, it's really is circling back to what you said, when we first started here this morning, and that is, looking in the toolbox. Let's sharpen three tools and get really good at those three and learn how to use them efficiently. And how do I build a menu of strategies, point construction, and variety within that shot, within that stroke, that doesn't require that I have 14 different forehands, 14 different volleys. It's so complex at that point. The game is complex enough to learn the different nuances of how do I read my opponent after I've hit them the ball? Do I know how much pain I've inflicted based on the shot I just hit? And now, based on that, filtering that through, and I think I should stand here based on past results. And here, I mean, the filtering is like, it can get nutty.
Yeah.
But you can't do any of that if you're so wrapped up in, running down the menu of which volley should I use here? I got 24 choices. I think the ball's by you at that point.
Yeah. So look, the basic. What do the gold ballers know that the rest of the players don't? Well, to me, they know two things. They know, number one, how do I take time away from my opponent? All right. Well, you do that with court positioning, right? So you do that by recognizing that you've got someone stretched out, by recognizing that you've mishit something unintentionally and now you have an opportunity, and sort of hoping that when they're out of position that they give you pace.
Yeah.
Because now you have the ball and they're out of position. And so how can you efficiently take time away for them to recover to the middle? And then where do you move to next, so that you've just enhanced the taking time away thing by now I'm in even a nastier court position for you. Not only do you have to just scramble to go get that thing because I took time away, but now what are you going to do? You have got to thread the needle like there's no tomorrow.
Right.
So the best players to me, their stroke technique is super efficient because that's their goal. I don't want complicated stroke technique, which would hinder me from taking time away, which would hinder me from efficiently moving my feet to the next best court position. And I think that's really what you and I are going to focus on with each one of the individuals on our upcoming camps. A week from this Thursday and Friday, by the way, we're about 10 days away. And that is helping these guys understand that you are not going to win more by trying to get a heavier top, by trying to get a really complicated stroke technique, trying to master it to get some kind of crazy spin. It's not going to happen. The way that you're actually going to win more is based on those two principles, is taking time away and then moving to the next best court position to challenge their next shot. And we're going to help everyone in these two one-day training workshops coming up next Thursday and Friday, which will be January 16th and 17th in the desert here. And they are one-day affairs, and that's really what we're going to work on individually. I mean, that is the theory that we're bringing. And the theory is take time away, rob them of time, and then where's the next best place to move in the court, and helping you discover, well, here's what you do so well. You already know how to do that, but you're not doing enough of it.
Right.
You're not doing enough of it. And so, guys, look, if you're interested, there's 2 links down below this video, or if you're listening on iTunes, down below in the show notes. One will take you to the information video on what we've got to offer. And this is a big time offer. There's just not like, little encore time stuff and a lunch and blah, blah, blah. This is like packed. And we are really over delivering because we want to help the guys and gals who show up get the ultimate result they want with the game.
Yeah.
Which is flat out just winning more. How do I win more without having to lag, snap, and wipe? All right, we got the answer for that. So right down below, there's 2 links. One for the information video. If you haven't watched that yet, watch that first. We've had a couple guys who fill out the application first, and that's not the way to do it. Go watch the video first so you see everything you get, and then if this is what you want to do, then go ahead and fill out the application. And the reason we're doing the application, we got to make sure we get everyone slotted into the exact same skill level group. Jeff, with that said, what do we want the fine folks to do right now?
Win.
Oh God. Okay.
Like us.
My tinnitus is better. Well, that's great.
Please subscribe.
Yes.
Let us know what you think down below. iTunes and Stitcher, rate and review. Goldballhunting.com. Spread the word.
Yeah.
This is fun. We're going to help you have more fun playing the game of tennis. And what happens along the way when you have more fun? You win more.
W. Guys, get out there today. Help another human being and have a great day. Jeff, let's do this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.